Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, and so the end is near and we approach the final curtain for Oshiomole. As guys, I bring you this. APC moves NEC meeting to Aso Rock as Gideon gets green light from President Buhari over party leadership. So that is the long-winded headline, but of course we're speaking now to the chairmanship situation of the APC. The headline again: APC moves NEC meeting to Aso Rock Villa as Gideon gets green light from President Buhari over party leadership. So now let's now see how Buhari is backing this guy over Oshiomole. The crisis in the All Progressive Congress APC is set to take a new twist after the party moved its National Executive Committee meeting, slated for Thursday, to the Presidential Villa in Abuja. The meeting, which was initially scheduled for March 17, 2020, will now hold at the Villa to enable President Muhammadu Buhari and other party leaders take final decision on the challenges facing the party. Sources within the APC hinted that Buhari may have endorsed Victor Giadom, who could be announced as the new national chairman of the party on that day, despite the forces against him in the group. The sources said Adams Oshiomole had lost the backing of the party leaders following his leadership tussle with Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State, which led to the exit of the latter and his supporters from the APC. Gideon, who is said to have won the backing of President Buhari, has been at the center of the crisis, parading himself as the new national chairman despite a court sitting in Port Harcourt, Rivers State on Friday, restraining him from doing so. Gideon was subsequently suspended by the state's chapter of the party over alleged acts of gross infractions of the APC constitution. But despite the hurdles before him, Gideon is said to have found favor before Buhari and may emerge the new party chairman on Thursday if things go as planned. Recall that the whole crisis within the party started after Oshiomole was suspended as a member of the APC by the party in Edo State. A Federal Capital Territory High Court in Jabi then ordered his removal from the party, a ruling backed by an appellate court. He has since been making frantic efforts to reclaim his position in the party to no avail. A former governor of Oyo State, Abiola Ajimobi, a deputy chairman of the APC, who should have stepped into Oshiomole's shoes, is currently on life support machine in a Lagos hospital after being infected with C-19. This has further fueled the crisis in the party and paved the way for Gideon and others to jostle for the top position in the APC. So there you have it now, ladies and gentlemen. You see, this is the thing that happens with these people, power drunk. So Oshiomole, of course, thought he was the alpha and omega within the APC party, but of course there is no alpha and omega within the APC party. The only alpha and omega within the APC party is Tinubu. So this guy, of course, thought he was Tinubu because he saw Tinubu step down Ambode in Lagos State and got rid of him and replaced him with Sanwo-Olu. So he thought he had powers of equal measure. But Tinubu was the driver, was in the driver's seat that created that APC party. Tinubu is the leader of the party. This Oshiomole is just a functionary of the party, nothing more. He was appointed the chairman to replace John Oyegun, who was the chairman at the inception of the party. So it's a far distance between how they are positioned within the party, Tinubu and Oshiomole, but he, of course, was laboring under the misapprehension that he has the same potency within that party as Tinubu does. And so he thought he could straddle Obaseki, and yes, he did succeed in getting rid of Obaseki, but now his plum position, his prized position, where he vests all of his powers in, which is of course being the chairman of the APC, that has now been taken away from him. And this Obaseki thing, by the way, is just the final nail in the coffin for Oshiomole, because a lot of people have been irritated with him all the way through. His brash and brusque manner of riding roughshod, and the crude and crass way he talks, and the power drunk way that he just propels himself within the party, just lurching from one crisis to the other and try to override as many people as he can. So a lot of people have been actually waiting for him in readiness. And this, because if you look at the reason why they have now removed him, they've said he was suspended at his ward in Edo State. So if he was suspended or expelled from his ward in Edo State, that means he ceases to be a member of the party, because you have to be registered at your ward to be a member of that party. So if you cease to be a member of the party, then you cannot, of course, then be the chairman of that party. So I think now Obaseki, or whoever that has control of that ward, is refusing to let him back in, and if he's not registered at that ward, then he cannot continue to be chairman. And it was actually a Yoruba name that challenged this in that Federal High Court in Jabi in Abuja. I'm not quite sure why the guy did it, because you know sometimes within the Nigerian space, if there's any trouble to be made, there's somebody that will just go and make that trouble just to make a name for themselves. So it looks as though that was what that guy may have done. So the thing has now cascaded. It's a ripple effect, and it's now so like falling apart. You know, it's like when you put all these slates and you line them up, and then you tip one, and then it tips the other, and it begins to, it's like a domino effect. What is happening? That was the term I was searching for. It's like a domino effect, what is happening now. So now this is now the final curtain on the Oshiomole reign as the APC chairman. That's almost a certainty, because if they are moving the NEC, the National Executive Committee meeting, to Aso Rock, when Oshiomole is still not the chairman, and the person moving that meeting, moving for that meeting, calling that meeting, is this Gideon, and if they hold it in Aso Rock, that is effectively Buhari consenting to it. So now the end is really what we are announcing now. So man pass man, well, you have to be careful sometimes when you want to play man pass man, because if you call for a fight, you cannot guarantee your victory, no matter how heavily the odds are weighed in your favor. If you call for a fight, then you'll be sure that whoever you are calling for that fight from is going to put up their might as well. And no matter how mighty you are, you remember David and Goliath. So no matter how mighty you are, if you call for that fight, then the possibility of you taking a loss is there, because that is implicit in the terms of these events that you are calling for. So a minor victory for Oshiomole, getting rid of Obaseki from APC, but then a major victory for Obaseki, because this is now marking the end of Oshiomole in the APC. So the end really is what we're talking about now, because really I think they're all fed up with him. Conversations in the comment section. Be careful what you wish for. It might just come true. This is what we're seeing playing out now. Come share thoughts. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then click on like as well. Haven't done all that, then come join me in the comment section to progress this conversation. So I'll leave you here. Carry on with you in the comment section, but here I say